Hello everyone! Hello, hello! Good evening, good morning, whatever time zone you're in. It's summertime! Hello everyone! Hello, hello! How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello! I hope everything works. I wanted to start earlier, but I kinda got lost in VTube Studio and all the stuff you can do. As you can see, I'm wearing a different coat today. I wanted to wear something fitting for the thing we're about to play. Hold on. Can I zoom out a bit? It's one of the... Here we go. I've linked the artist on Twitter. Please go check them out.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world.
How do I get
Even
back?
the wind cannot blow on forever.
This button. Friday relax time? Exactly, Jurassic. Exactly. I had a nap earlier. I feel like I always say that. Maybe because I always take naps. Well, it'd be like that. Yeah, today the plan is to finally play the new Archon quest. Oh, hold on, shit, I didn't. I gotta change my stream title. I forgot about that. What's that? 3.3 Archon quest, I guess, and also. Hold on. Alright, we got spoilers in there already. Is this 3.3? Is this the current version? Just go with this. And let me check something else. If you're a Genshin Impact player, you should be getting drops from this stream, because I, as a Twitch streamer, as a Twitch content creator, turned them on. Let me check. Oops. Let me check if that works. Need to scroll. Where is it? Do they have that? There it is, Genshin. Connected. Okay, yeah, should be working. So if you're a Genshin player and you have your account connected, that should work. I've actually never done that before, like received or turned on drops, so I'm very curious to see how that works. Eternally thankful to bestow us with loot. You know, it's you know, we'll take all the primos we can get. They better give us everything they have. Let me know if it works. Like, that would be great.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
I feel like it's a bit loud. Hold on, let me adjust that a bit. Loud for you guys, but it's not loud for me. I always turn Genshin down. Okay. As always, if the sound is off, let me know.
Relax.
Yeah, well, he's very talkative. He talks a lot. Look at him. I love him so much. Okay. Quest. Let's go. This one. Last thing we played was... Oh, before I start, I wanted to say, please beware of spoilers. This is the most recent Archon quest. If you have not played the quest before, this will be a spoiler. Obviously. I also put it in the tags. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so spoiler warning over. The last thing we did was fighting Skara in the in this big suit thing he had. And we obviously defeated him because we strong. And then we did some other like freeing Nahida stuff, blah blah, but Skara kind of got forgotten. So in the end, Nahida told us she took him in as prisoner or as like patient. I don't know. I'm not sure. But she took him in. He's resting or was sleeping or I don't know, man. things. They didn't just leave him lying on the ground. So yeah, that's that. MBK, hello! Is that your preferred name? Do I just say MBK, or is it like a abbreviation for something? Please let me know if it's if it stands for something else that you'd rather I call you. How are you doing? Oh, well, we've triggered it already. Nice.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a
It's
thriller
fine? Okay,
here.
nice.
It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of research topic, didn't you? The Tatara-Suna mystery. When so much remains unexplained, there's little to be objective about. Unless, of course, you restrict yourself to textual criticism.
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The strange location, the missing details, a mysterious person.
Are they talking about
I
Skara?
want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all this. That's the only reason I came to you.
Yes, you came to me.
Also,
so
right
all the
before I
more
swapped,
reason to take my
I noticed I
advice.
forgot my
The
glasses
fact
in
is,
the
it's the
living room.
dramatization that will
I
make
had
people
to
want to
run.
read it. There's no getting around that.
I had to run and grab them.
Okay, but...
Because I do like being
Did
able
one
to
of them
read.
just mention Tatara-Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Everyone here's just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
We are going to eavesdrop anyways.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara-Suna mystery is all about.
Oh right, I read somewhere that we're going back to Inazuma with this one. Talk to the scholars. Oh, we're talking, we're not just listening in. Okay.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this
The
paper.
what?
If
What's
only we
a-
knew where to
a
find that
Kabuki
traveler.
Mono?
From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Why hello there.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
What's he gonna do?
Hey,
Prove
what's
it?
with that face? Don't believe us?
If you don't believe me, I'll leave.
No,
Sure.
of course I believe you.
What a coincidence.
Actually, I first heard about your great
Coincidentally,
exploits when
I was
still
listening in on
Inazuma.
your conversation.
This is my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, Sawada, for the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking.
Big mood. We don't go out much.
Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatara-Suna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
That's kind of funny.
I see.
Sorry, bro.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatara-Suna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatara-Suna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Oh my god. Do I have to
Let
read?
me give you some background.
Is someone going to read
This
it out
all
for me?
started with the discovery
Please?
of some records in Tatara-Suna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a Kabuki Mono, This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger. Someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
Oh,
That's
we
right.
might know someone
Akaba's teacher
who
has
dresses
spent
funny.
quite some time researching these events on the ground. This Kabukimono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kinda fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow! Did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens
He's so
that a friend
excited
of
about
mine
that.
works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then,
Why is everything
Tatarasuna
always
was already
400
at the
years
center
ago?
of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
What a coincidence. We know quite a few people in Inazuma that we could ask for. Just, you know,
Wait, so
the
there
whole
are
government.
two missing people in the story now?
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Maybe.
The swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things easier. So basically, this Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art.
That one we know.
Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
More.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According
Yes,
to
dude.
information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the Kabukimono was not a human, but a puppet.
Now the plot thickens. Humor, as in someone here? Well, we know someone. Shocking, right? Right? The plot thickens. Who would have thought? What a coincidence. We know someone who dresses funny and is not a human but a puppet. Shocking. I am shooketh.
A puppet?
A puppet? The Shogun puppet that the Electra Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. Who could it be? The Kabukimono has to be the Balladeer. Oh, what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna? Well, I guess we're about to find out.
Aha! Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Shocking.
Uh,
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
no. Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
Totally.
I agree, it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
The way he's just like, yeah, anyway, please, take a look at my book. Take a look, guys. Please, check out my book. No.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
No! Stop! Guys! Update, I think I just got the drop, so it's working. Damn! Get it?
Sawada
Songs,
was
guys.
encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should
Very
be
nice, though.
grounded
Thank
in
you for the
facts.
update.
I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawana's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Has this guy ever written an essay before? As someone who has written an essay before, this, well, you don't, I mean, you don't make it exciting, but you just kind of go there.
Look, your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave it to
We
you.
have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now.
I guess we're going to talk to some people first.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Absolutely not. Nope. I don't think we can do that.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
No.
After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it?
Yes.
If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Should just pick a different topic. Oh! The old outfit.
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
There he is. Follow.
Dear! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and
Maybe
see.
he's allowed, like, to take a walkie. Take a quick walkie outside so he doesn't go insane. Let's follow the figure we just saw with this one. Or maybe Nahida just took the body, like, for a walk. One here. Oh, you have to go inside, I guess.
Too slow.
My god, I love how when you sprint with this one, he just goes too slow. Such a bit
Too slow.
too slow. I love him. Also, I forgot to bring normal water, so I have sparkling water now. So if you hear the bottle, well, it'd be like that. Usually I like drinking tap water for streams because it's not so fucking loud all the time. Alright, the plot thickens, guys.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad
It was
news.
bait.
We just saw the balladeer
She baited
strolling
us.
around in public.
The spicy water,
Did he
yes.
escape or...
If it doesn't hurt my throat, oh, there he is.
Sure enough, you're here.
I love him! If the water doesn't hurt my throat, I don't want it.
Hey, what are you doing in the sanctuary of Surastana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Yes, please explain.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
And then again, what's he gonna do? He's got nothing left. Like, the Fatui abandoned him. She doesn't have the god power thingy anymore, so he can't take it from her. What's he gonna do? Like...
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
The worst thing that can happen is someone outside in the city recognizes him and asks, because he's, like, obviously still wearing his Fatui stuff. But that's, like, worst case.
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about.
Dramatic.
But
Dramatic.
if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
So dramatic.
Flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Oh my god. I love how he's still so cocky. We beat his ass. We beat his ass so hard and he's still there like, what you gonna do?
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
Oh, I am calm.
Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
She's got nothing left. What's he gonna do? Take her lunch?
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time.
Well,
The balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
she's just over here telling him he is just a little baby now.
Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond. Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a harbinger anymore?
Oh, they've totally dropped him.
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Oh, damn. So he tossed you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Janses are so angry. I love that. As long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. Well, he's kind of... Yeah, and he just said it. No, they are not taking him back. He lost. I'm sure nothing could go wrong working with this stinky boy. He would never do anything bad. Exactly. He would never betray us. Right. This answer just like, really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
Oh.
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously! Nahida, don't listen to him!
Okay, I find it very surprising how calm he is about that. Because he just admitted that he has basically no value to the Fatui. Like, he's just broken... Do you say broken goods? He has no value to them. And Nahida said he requires protection from them as well. Because obviously he knows stuff. And they might come for him because he's of no value and he knows stuff. So that makes him a threat. But now he's just like, yeah, if your friends objected, I guess I'll just perish.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time.
Oh, do we?
Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
He's so calm.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch.
Last time we talked to him, he was so
Are you
over his head.
serious about this?
god complex much.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
She knows. She knows I simp.
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin
Oh.
in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you
Right,
today.
the twin.
So,
Whoops, how
you
could I
have an
forget?
update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
What if he lies to you? What's he got from that? What's he gonna gain?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him!
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
Nahida is literally the only Archon who truly helped the Traveler with this. Absolutely. All the others were like, oh yeah, thank you for helping me save my nation. By the way, your twin, yo bro, I don't know, man.
It's my pleasure.
Never heard of them.
You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection.
Now we just follow
In
the bait.
fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I
We
assigned.
can do that.
Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
Sure.
Great. Thank you. Prepare yourselves.
Adventure
I'm
with
going
a
to
stinky
transport
boy.
you into Irminsul.
Wow. It looks pretty different here compared to last time.
It's so pretty.
The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Where is the stinky boy? Give the stinky boy. Oh, there he is. Oh.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Oh. I'm so happy. Like, oh my god. It's been such a long time since we saw him for the first time, and I'm so happy we finally get a story with him. So happy.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release, so maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Oh, I will absolutely not do that. Every time he speaks, I just want to squish him like a squeaky toy, like squish his little cheeks. You know the grandma like thing where they grab like the cheek.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
I just want to hug him.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
Did he just call me pretty? Damn.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are
He
no
is.
further objections, I suggest we get going.
He's been
Or
here for
did
a
you
long
need some
time.
time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
I love him so much.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him. Wow. So this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so, say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking at?
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
No.
These sapling things have spread out.
No. I just want to look
Those
at
are all
him.
packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh.
It looks the same in every direction.
This place is indeed unusual, but it seems. Oh my. Continue
No wonder
exploring.
he
Why does
mentioned
it
about
black out
getting
every
lost.
time?
Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth.
The veil on his head looks so cool.
What is it this time?
There's a time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little?
He's so calm about this.
We're here.
What a huge tree!
Center of Erminsul. All the information in
Lesser
the
Lord
world is flowing
Kusanali.
through it.
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role on the Fatui. First Akaba and Sawada stories, and now this. What a strange
The
individual.
rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Hacking in.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Is this a telepathic conversation,
Yes.
apparently?
I've also invited Paimon to join.
Oh my god, not the private Discord call.
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer. No, we're just gonna gossip about him in our
That's
heads.
part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
He's just a brat. Works like that. He seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Oh shit,
Well
I didn't
done.
read that.
Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things when I ran into Hypatia at parties in DI. You relate what you saw in the Balladier's mind? Oh, blah blah blah.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladier into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Ooh.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Okay, we're telling her
Oh,
about that stuff.
how
They
interesting.
were writing.
Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Well,
Not the
they guessed
Gese.
right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
Oh,
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
I mean, it's kind of obvious when you're suddenly not talking, but usually you're the one talking all the time, looking at you, Paimon. You have every right to keep certain things confidential. It's still kind of rude.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
Oh,
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought. He's very, very calm.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself. And making cordial conversation is something I can manage.
Oh.
Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Did you find something?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Bro, calm down. He's still checking.
Shh. Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
I like that voice.
It's...
The name Niwa was the man in charge at Tarasuna. Plus, he belongs to the lineage of Ishin art.
Whoa!
Okay. Whee! Back and we go. Or not? Oh.
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place. Like a giant village.
Is he
People are gainfully employed. Their
Kaedehara
lives
with
have
a
purpose.
red in his
They
hair?
are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
Wow, I really
The
like this
forging
voice.
industry with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All passing on their legacy.
Well, belongs to
Skills,
Ishin as well.
blood, dreams.
Ah, yes, just some
Every
random
smith
dude.
brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes, well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do.
Oh wow, is this
None of the people
Industrial
who went out to get
Revolution
help
but
have
make
come
it
back.
Genshin?
Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
The little ponytail.
Otherwise, why would you still be
So
standing
cute.
there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers
I
by
don't
now?
like that big knife on his
Honestly,
hip.
I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Ah, yes, the knife.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
Did you stab him? Oh,
You're a
no.
little smarter than I initially gave
Didn't.
you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself.
Pause.
You're not
Is
a
that
puppet.
Dottore?
You're a human. You're
Is that
just
him?
missing a heart.
There's one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. Is he the childhood friend? Is...
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
Yeah, this has to be Dottore.
If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true
Ah,
identity.
yeah.
I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who?
500 years ago.
What do you
How
want?
old is that dude?
Just to create a
Oh, right.
minor
He's just...
inconvenience for your nation.
Oh.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
Aye. He's been at this for quite a long time.
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us.
As if he'd tell him.
There's nothing to prove.
As if he would tell him, bro.
Because not everyone just wants to use other people.
Scara corruption
The
arc.
only
Sounds like it.
Who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself.
Redefine?
Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity.
Ah, and there he is.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me.
Jester.
Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh. I forgot. He was watching this as well.
Right?
Dottore. Dottore!
This should probably have BGM, I
Good.
guess.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
Yeah, and he's the one behind the Tatarazuna incident.
Why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? Absolutely. If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does this leave him? Difficult.
Let's give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Yeah.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabuki Mono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process.
Then?
The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants.
That is so twisted. Oh my god. That makes Niwa sound so evil.
The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
I have to leave already. Hope you have a great evening. Thank you! I hope you have a great rest of your day as well. Thank you for the hydrate. I just noticed I don't have my throwing thing turned on. I just straight up don't have the software started. Sorry for that. Yeah, professional streamer right here. Sorry. It's turned on now. I'll give you 8 for free, stuff for free. Nice, 2 times cake, amazing.
He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know what was behind his decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokaden 100 years ago. But we still don't know why he was dropped by the Shogun. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision, yeah, obviously.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
We work on this? A while later. 2 hours
Shall we see
later.
how he's doing? Hey, you alright?
Does he look alright?
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
Yes, please be my friend. We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
holding back tears. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not unexpected, but still, thank you.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
He knows stuff.
Huh?
Of course he does.
What?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
What?
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Okay.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh?
Huh?
What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long.
Is he shielding off Nahida?
I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Oh, so we could just wait it out, right?
Give me your hand.
Bro. Unprotected hand holding? I'm not sure about that.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Oh, I hear you alright. Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
Oh no, he's so desperate. It is not possible. Why would you ask that? Isn't it obvious?
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened?
Did he
Paimon
look
only
into
said you
our
were
head?
for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
That look. Did he see me hesitate? But that was because I know about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Uh-oh. I think.
So long.
Oh shit. By not
I
denying
suggest
it.
you get yourselves out of here quickly.
By not denying it, that was a silent acceptance.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh, what's he doing? Oh.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist.
Oh, he's trying to change the past.
Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow!
Well, looks like we have to go inside.
Oh no, he's really gone!
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Palladir, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladier's fault. He shut you out!
You tell Nahida everything that happened. Oh
I
my.
didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
Oh, can we not help?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
I guess she kind of
Don't
has to
worry.
fish him out of there
If
again.
my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
I don't
Her
think we're gonna
voice
do
is
that,
gone.
right? We're just gonna leave.
Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladier's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. I'll skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata for now and focus on the Balladier. You told Paimon what the Balladier asked you and what he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
Not easy.
Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life!
We kinda did.
It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Possible.
Sorry, Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
I'm just guessing here.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
If the Balladier does erase himself from Irminsul, many people in Inazuma will be affected. I can't imagine what that situation will look like. Worst case scenario, it will affect everyone with a connection to the Raiden Gokaden. Kazuha, Ayaka, Ayato. Would this mean they'll disappear?
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
I do not.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight. So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things? Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake.
And just
giant
listing every dish.
chicken, almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and...
What happened?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the balladeer that you started listing foods.
The balladeer? Is that a food
Did it
too?
work?
Huh.
What did he do?
Weird name, though.
What did he do? And why do we always remember? Paimon doesn't remember the balladeer. That must mean he actually pulled it off. But how did he have the ability? This doesn't make sense. Didn't Hida help him?
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
This is really happening. I need to know what else has changed. Let's go.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
Oh, back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
It kinda is. Dance of Destruction. What an ominous name. Why is my connection so slow today? Alright, let's talk to the blacksmith first.
Ah, it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead.
Oh, could you tell me the story one more time?
Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaede Harakazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5. If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
I was.
Oh yeah, we were! Paimon remembers that now. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
What was the reason behind their decline?
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan which he belonged to. His goal was absolute, the devastation of all of the Raiden Gokuden. But when he came to the Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Legend of the Raiden Gokuden has changed. Someone else attacked the swordsmiths. Looks like the Balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still died.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Have you seen Kazuha recently?
Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
So he still exists. And he's the same Kazuha I know. Things don't seem as bad as I feared last night.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Paimon, there are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon will be right behind you.
Okay. Interesting.
There is no escape.
Interesting, interesting. Oh, this is not the right way.
We're here! This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler! It's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
But they still
Are
exist.
they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss Kamisato is standing in for some meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go
Hello,
in?
Ko. Hello. How are you doing? Good evening. Can we take a walk at the courtyard?
If it were anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But seeing as you're so close with the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I think it should be okay.
We'll be heading in then. Thanks!
Hello, dears. Is there something you want to say?
Just some questions.
Of
Oh,
course,
she's got a hat flip.
traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you. What would you like to know?
How are the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato these days?
Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds of meetings and occasionally paying visits to some local organizations on the Commissioner's behalf. As for the Commissioner himself, well, you know, busy as ever. That much hasn't changed. Although he does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
So pretty much business as usual on the Yashiro Commission, huh?
Fine, how are you? I'm doing fine as well. Thank you for asking. Glad you're doing fine. Fatui, jacket, oak. Don't think that's the right term. Anyway, it looks really cool. I think I would just say coat, I guess. Hold on, where? Show it again. It's so cool! How much can I show? It ends somewhere. Whoop, there it ends there. It's so cool! It's probably a little bit too big, but it's so cool.
Very much so.
The coat, how did I forget? Sometimes it be like that. Looks nice, right? It's so cool. It looks so fluffy. I wish I had like a coat like that.
Well, got any more questions?
Damn you, English. We've all been there, I think.
Welcome.
No worries.
In fact, I would love nothing more than for you to come and visit more often. But I'm sure you must be far too busy to have time for that. Miss Kamisato talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to have you as a friend, and
Oh my
she's
God.
always saying how talented you are and how much she admires you.
Ayaka, the real
I must
fangirl.
say, many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Ayaka, the true fangirl.
I mean it. Whenever the commissioner dines at home, Toma always joins him. I always find myself at my most relaxed when I'm serving the two of them and listening to them chat away.
Ah, yes, just two lads. Two lads eating together every day. Nothing more to it. Nothing
The
more to it.
commissioner has such a busy schedule that he doesn't always have the chance to take his meals at home. But given the opportunity,
Historians will
he
say they
always
were best friends.
prefers to
The
dine
bestest
here.
of friends. Imagine.
They say
They
it's
even
because
they were
Toma
such
is a
good friends.
much better
They
chef
only
than
had one
most.
bed. Such
Oh, the
good
commissioner is
friends
so
indeed.
fond of home comforts. They get
Such
to
good
talking
friends
about
indeed.
you sometimes too, you know. Always with a very fond tone. The way one would talk about dear old friends around whom one can truly be themselves. Miss Kamisato occasionally joins them as well. Whenever
Why
the
is she
whole
talking like
family gets
this?
together
I'm
and
annoyed.
they
Please,
start
lady, hurry up a
talking
bit.
about people they've met and experiences they've had.
The whole family,
You
yes.
always
The two
get a
dads and their
mention.
little sister slash daughter. Yes, best friends indeed.
It's been many years now since the late Mr. and Mrs. Kamisato passed away. Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time. As someone who is old and gray enough to have watched their son and daughter grow up, it makes me so happy to see them meet a dependable friend whose company they enjoy so much.
Sounds like I'm the family
in
dog or
future,
something.
if you ever do have the time, please know you are always very welcome at the Yashiro Commission headquarters. There will always be at least one old lady who would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company.
She sounds like a mom who's like, please come over and play with my kids again. They really enjoyed your company.
Wonderful.
Please do
Thank
come
you.
over. I will even make you
Likes it
dinner.
here too. Also, you were saying something about the food here being really
Oh
great.
my god, it's always the food.
Paimon's itching to try it. We may just have to invite ourselves around for dinner sometime.
These people are literally the government and we're like, yeah, can we like
Pay a visit again real soon.
stay for dinner?
Ideally around dinner time.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Alright, goodbye for now. Where are we going next?
Tarazuna, let's
Great.
go.
Goodbye, ma'am. Don't worry, we'll see ourselves out.
The exit is
All
literally
right,
over there.
then. Take care now. Hope to see you soon.
Oh, are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
Go to It's Friday, it's just over for me. I can't speak anymore. Go to Tarazuna to look for clues. Let's do that. Where's that again? Here. Voice just stops working on Friday afternoons. It's like, yeah, you've had enough. You've talked enough. It's over now. I wanted to equip this. Then, do I have that blade that Kazuha forged? Is it an item? Do you get that? Maybe not. Can't use it? Maybe it's one of these guys? Oh god. Saw the drip marketing for I'll hate them, almost had a heart attack. Big mood though. Big mood. He, yeah, yeah, he. Enough said, I think. Just, he. the way they like them. Yeah, the way they gave us the back shot. Like,
or someone.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
do my eyes deceive me?
What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask
But also,
away.
did you also see the drip marketing for
Like
Yao
the back of
Yao?
my
She
hand.
is.
Make no mistake, I have been here a good
so
many
cute.
times before.
Oh my god.
Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in
Actually,
Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Let me just have another look at the man himself down. He's so pretty. So pretty. And Yao Yao is adorable. So cute. Is Alhaitham gonna be the 5-star?
Hmm?
Did they say?
It's a
Didn't they say he
long
would be
story, don't you
4-star?
know? The tale of
I'm not sure if I
Tatarasuna
remember
starts
right.
a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the
I was
nation.
thinking
Goes
about
back
something else.
around
Maybe I
a
was thinking
1,000
about
years.
Kabe.
Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious
sure.
maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
If he doesn't come
One
home,
was
I'm a
just in
roll
the
back,
last
mark
few
my
years,
words.
the other was several hundred
If
years
anyone
ago.
asks, I
A
know
fun
of
fact,
nothing.
I'm not the first Fontaine
I got
tech
you.
guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They
Crossing
say
my
he was
fingers
a
for you
mechanic who
that he comes
consulted
home.
on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace. Alright.
Weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
I am.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
Oh, you know, just checking all our friends are still alive and the history we know is still the one that's accurate.
What brought this
No
on?
biggie.
Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Pretty much. Can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Have you ever heard of a kabuki mono connected to Tatarasuna?
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have.
You really did
I do
it
know
then.
the word. Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
So there's no more kabuki mono. The Balladeer really managed to erase himself from history completely. Looks like it. If so, he must have wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was. But so far, it looks like the majority of changes only affected himself.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Isn't it usually like that in stories?
We're leaving?
They try to change like a big thing, but it doesn't work.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile.
I know,
No matter
crocodile.
What?
What?
Paimon will always be there for you.
Aww.
Come on, you gotta keep it together. Why don't you grab something to eat? You can't go facing life's challenges on an empty stomach. All right, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
Echoes of history. First, I want to grab those flowers. They've been in the in the background of this for like the whole time they talked and they were walking. Oh, no. I'm not interested. Back to Nahida. Alrighty. Let's see what happens.
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Still talking about the...
Indeed we are. If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
I guess.
Yes,
Guess I have a moment now.
What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatara Suna, huh? Should we join them?
Perfect. These two have researched Sarazuna's past. Let's hear what they have to say.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress.
The article you let me read last time was great. Can I read it again?
Huh? Oh, of course.
Yeah, no.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Oh wait, there was stuff in gold, in yellow. Maybe this is the differences? I don't know, man. I'm not gonna read that. That's way too much text. They can't seriously expect me to read that. The content has changed. Another effect of tampering with the information in Irminsul. The Balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. But if he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might, but still.
Well,
2 of his names? Which one did he? Which ones? The Kabukimono and the Balladeer? A masterpiece! A true masterpiece.
Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
You tell them what we just learned.
So many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Arminoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do.
Okay. Kabukimono's finale. Talk to Nahida. He will probably be there with her, right?
Behold!
Apparently not. Oh. Whoops.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
Let's see how they react to that. The name drop. They probably shouldn't know who that is.
It sounds like some kind of code name.
Oh no.
You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
Even Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time. Any changes to Irminsul affect her as well. The Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper.
Traveler?
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. I have to tell you the truth. Ooh! Are we telling them now? With a heavy heart, you piece back together the story that was broken and scattered across time. There once was one named Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tatarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking he'd been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for the gods, he bore his grudge for years as he grew in strength, and then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal. Knowing now that his entire life was built on lies, he did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the
She
new
believes
reality.
us.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Chivat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
The question is, does he remember?
Paimon's
Or
having a
does he
hard
not
time
remember?
understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it?
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
I'm not really sure, though. We were enemies, after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Maybe everything. Everything can be set right. It is time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it. I still remember the question he asked. He asked me specifically, and my hesitation gave him his answer. I hesitate because I witnessed Great Lord Rukkhadevata erase her own existence. I can't tell Nahida that. Put it another way, I know why the Balladeer was so sure it could work, but I can't tell them that.
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share?
He chose such a radical option, and
It
yet...
couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right?
Yes.
Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
He changed the world in many ways, and yet the dead still didn't get a second chance. Those fated to a tragic end could not be saved. What exactly did he want to fight back against? The betrayals in his life, or did he wish he'd never existed at all? That's very drastic.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It
This
turns
is so
out
cute.
that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Surprisingly, the information is presented to you in a way that resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
Matches everything I said.
I authored this record myself.
Oh?
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
But is he gone too, then?
There was once
Oh
a
no,
lone
that's so
monster
cute.
draped in fox fur. The monster
Oh,
found a family
no.
of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own.
Why is this so cute?
Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us.
Hello, Cotton. Hello. How are you doing?
Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this."
Fine, how about you? Glad you're doing fine. I'm doing fine as well. I had a very good nap earlier. Also, nice quote. Thank you. I got it from the twitter.com.
The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure.
The way they even gave the fox like the red hair thing.
The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin."
I'm sorry, I have to move myself a little bit for a second because please look at Scara Kitten. Oh, he's so cute. Hold on. Please, do you care him? Please look. I cannot. He's so cute. The minute I arrive, they talk about sacrifices.
The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived.
I'm just gonna stay like this.
It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing.
Bird with a broken wing? Who's the bird with a broken wing?
The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
I'm in the way.
Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain.
Sad kitten, now he angry.
The nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon.
He angry. Small angry boy. The little feather.
How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content.
+1 aggression, very dangerous.
I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
Angry. In capital letters.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use.
Nahida kind of looks like a real human version of Paimon TBH. I mean, kinda.
I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really
They
existed.
do look kind of similar.
Let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you.
Once you saw it, you can't unsee it anymore.
Before he vanished, he
True
confirmed
that.
an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
Oh no. Never had this feeling before. It feels like life is as insignificant as a feather. Oh wow. Is this a lead for his little accessory?
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up! How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it! Come on, Traveler! You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar! That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
Imagine if we met him in the city now. What a funny coincidence that would be, right? Take a walk around the Grand Bazaar to clear your head. Wait, first I want to check out the achievements I got. Fox, cat, bird, and monster. Solve Nahita's hidden riddle. Yeah. That was so cute. I can't believe Skara Kitten is canon now. They really went there. They really said that. Huh, this one has to be an angry kitten. Let me look at him. I'm lost. Where is the bazaar? I don't know. Angry meow meow, right. He is just a little meow meow. I don't know where to go. Can I go in here?
Too slow.
Is this the way?
Quit following me.
Quit following me. Good to see nothing changed though. He's still angry meow meow. Okay. Can we... Is there any character we recognize or not? Take a walk around. Okay, we are taking a walk. We are taking the cabbage.
Every item I sell here. Welcome.
Ah, here we go.
We're here! What should we eat first?
What should we eat? I have a nagging feeling like there's something I'm missing. Something important that I'm forgetting.
Hey, are you gonna answer or what?
Lumine's strutting along. But it's just, give me a moment. I'm still processing.
figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
It's always about the food. Come on, brain, let's dig this out. It's gotta be in there somewhere. It was something about Irminsul and deleting oneself. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, Forbidden Knowledge, Nahida.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
Shut up! She said that no one can erase themselves from existence, not even her. Otherwise, why would she need to create her own reincarnation in Lesser Lord Kusanali to do the deletion for her? There would be no point. So he's still out there somewhere. Honestly, with the story going like this, I think they should have waited with releasing him as a playable character for one patch. They should have made us suffer here. They should have done that. And then also show us the new design with this. Honestly. No, I can't tell Paimon. She doesn't know about Rukkhadevata. Yeah, true. This is a crucially important detail. It's simply not possible for the Balladeer to completely erase his own existence. In which case, the question is, what happened to him?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look.
No
here.
vision. See, they should have done this. We should not know the new outfit. They should have done it like this and then just slaps us in the face. They should have done this. And then, like, this shot, because yeah, we know how he looks like. I pulled for him 2 days ago. But this, yo, do you know how hard this would have hit?
Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting.
Being in the back.
It can be hard to focus.
She's just like, I know you.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That's him.
He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted.
Well, he's not paying
I don't
him,
want to
so...
take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess.
Does he also
I got
not
bigger things to
remember?
worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
What's that?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now?
Follow him, obviously.
Stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Follow the person you just saw. Where did he go? Go up? Oh my god. Also, he doesn't have the vision yet, so I wonder what happens. Where'd he go? Oh. Not here. Oh, there he was. Oh my god, we are not sneaky at all. Once again.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back.
Why is he so soft? If I wasn't seeing this with my own eyes, I would never believe it.
Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
Actually?
He spotted us!
Will he remember us? I don't think he
You've
will.
been following me
right?
all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before?
He doesn't remember.
No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yes.
I have no recollection.
It's complicated, but I do know you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
I can prove it. How? Oh, yo, you can't just say that. Maybe just say, like, you have an electro tattoo at the back of your neck.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
That's kind of rude.
You were right! The look on his face!
Bad memories?
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important.
There's somewhere I want to take you.
Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
I bet there is somewhere you want to take him. Oh.
That's oddly
Shush.
nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Sure.
Then let's return to the city.
I wonder, because like the playable Skara is kind of sassy, so I guess he will regain some of his memories. I assume.
Too slow.
Also, he has a vision, and that one didn't.
Squall and fury.
Woo!
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining.
He's just existing at that point.
Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Does this mean
Thank
this will be
you.
the first time we get to see how someone acquires a vision?
All right, done.
Cool.
Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
So maybe we're just gonna show him the memory and then go from there? I don't know. I'm not really sure if that will work.
The wind rises.
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
He's so nice!
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah,
We
what's
found this guy in the street.
You say that you are trekking across Tevat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called, previous incarnation.
Reincarnation
like a
arc.
past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation.
We were just trying to think where to start.
If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart.
Maybe that's still
Actions
something it
rooted in
feels.
persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
In fact, we were each other's enemies.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
I don't know either, bro.
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street!
He's just a dude.
So much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Will she
Even
show
though
the
it will
angry
cause your
kitten
present self
video
great
again?
mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Can
Don't
we
worry.
go with him?
Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Sure.
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
Oh. Enter the memory. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, why is the...
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world.
Please shut up.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Yeah, don't mind me for a moment. I'll just... Double menace. I'll just, live my best life for a second. Don't mind me.
Relax.
This is even better than like the Emmerich thing.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
This is so stupid. Triple menace now.
Relax.
My god, his sound effects though. Oops. Are you a menace though? Am I not? I mean, am I not? Alright guys, you ready? Let's go. Oh! Um.
This looks like Inazuma.
Definitely more in the
Right now,
sweet bean
you're in a
category.
dream I
Sorry to
created
disappoint you.
using
Aww.
information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
Bitch, shut up!
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
Now we're just finishing the job.
Alright. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Huh. Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Keep exploring. Oh, I guess we're dropping down. Things.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
Will we see the outfit he wears? How did I dodge that? Oh. Whatever. Do it for the loot.
are we doing back here?
Your voices.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
This is so sad.
Let's keep going.
It doesn't get less sad with every time we see the full story. This is open. It is very pretty in here though.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Oh my. So the gesture, the gesture kind of convinced him, I guess. Oh! Anyone remember this room? I'd like to book a room, please. Yeah. Anyone remember this room?
This place is dark.
Mm-hmm.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma.
In the
The what
original
now?
version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Are we in for a boss fight? I don't think so. I think we're still watching the things. We have not seen her in so long.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates?
It's
You might not
I
want
mean,
to
ma'am.
admit it, but you
Yeah.
are a part of this plan.
She's hot.
Perhaps you find fighting in the abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have.
Why is she so
Funny
hot
how
though? I don't
negotiating
know.
never seems to be
I'm
your
not
strong
complaining
suit.
though.
For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation.
She's breathing
But
well.
being tossed out
Ew.
like trash must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Was this right before we came barging in? And take his place at the feast.
The plot does not end here.
Ma'am, do you still have an open
There's more
seat?
of the
Ma'am,
story to
ma'am.
come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results and your own interests.
You don't have any open seats.
Isn't
I can
that
use
right?
C2 big move.
Witch?
You also need like a foot rest.
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
They can't just drop this on us while I'm fighting. He's only number 6 because he can take more abuse than humans. Like, oh, someone save him. Well, we kind of are right now, right? I can change him.
Looks like we
I can
arrived
fix
in
him, or
Sumeru.
I can make him worse.
Is that?
Considering that Immorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Save his reborn self.
I look
Exactly.
forward to a fruitful collaboration.
He's so fucking hot. This voice.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Evil why hot for 2 UI? Exactly.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
He would be giving up his body.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
Why can I not fight random NPCs or at least people who don't look so hot? Big mood. I cannot fathom the amount of
That
lore
was
we are
gracefully
getting.
worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
Brain dead,
That
too
was
much lore.
uncomfortable to watch.
I want to absorb
That person
everything.
gives off a very sinister energy.
It's
And
normal
all
for
of
him
this,
to
I
give you the
guess.
creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
The bejeebers.
Let's move on.
Bukimono's finale. Right. Now do we see what happened after he was defeated? Yeah.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass.
Okay, so
Can you
he's
return
accepting
my
the
memories
past?
to me?
Oh.
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences.
Why do they express themselves so complicated and need a version for dummies?
As a puppet
I'm
living
sure we
in the
get like
human
a
world, my life is subject to the
quick
same
run
rules.
through.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you.
But let me get this straight. He goes there. He goes there to erase his existence. He has successfully erased his existence and is now just someone. Just a dude. We show him what happened and he's like, actually, I think I'll go back.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self.
Props to your brain for keeping up with the book of lore. I am struggling a bit though. Oh god, is this the true meaning of Great Lord Rukkhadevata's words? A person can't erase themselves, and even though the original Balladeer has gone, this person will live on in his place. Are a person's sins an inescapable part of their destiny too?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
My brain shut off since the second fight and has yet to return.
Very well.
Big mood.
Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Who's Genshin Impact's protagonist and why is it him? Like, it's absolutely, definitely, 100% him. He's the
You
protagonist.
have made your decision.
Oh, he took a hat.
Now, take this.
set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here?
It's...
You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is... my...
Is he alright?
Does he look alright? We're going to save him? Obviously we are. Oh.
Hey! Are you done yet?
You're done yet? Was he gonna save us?
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Oh. He did the thing! Magical girl transformation!
Die.
So much! Oh my god.
This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
Have you got any more stupid questions?
What if I don't survive this?
Squall Fury.
Oh my god, that was so cool. I want that as my background, my wallpaper on my PC. I want it. Oh my god. What if I don't make it? I can just fly over his attacks.
At my command, you shall fall. Squall Fury. Know your place.
What if I don't survive this?
The wind rises.
What happens if I lose? Do I get an achievement?
Nothing worth mentioning.
My endless cycle begins!
Behold!
I can't die. Okay. It's another one of those Raiden fights, I see.
Squall Fury.
Like mother, like son.
Bow your head!
We finished it with the step.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
He's back! He's finally back!
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
So glad to see he's back.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
Not him going, I hate myself and everyone else. Don't question it. Maybe that's why I love him so much.
You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry.
Hold on, bye-bye.
Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
That sounds like meet me in the parking lot. Me, myself, but not I. No chest? No chest. Rude. Woohoo, we did it.
Welcome back, Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You also just witnessed how someone got a vision.
By that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it. After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using the name connected to him.
Back to the dinner with Signora.
I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Tactical retreat.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Respectfully simping for her.
But it wasn't completely meaningless.
You and me both.
At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you were looking for is complete annihilation.
Oh, my lady, I will be everything.
But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless,
Paimon, keep it in real life. Don't you think that was a little bit of a lot of work for this result?
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you
She's
over
like, you really
was
think
indeed
you
a
were
part
worth
of
that
my
trouble,
plan.
boy? He's worth everything, okay?
But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
He just goes, yeah, I'm kinda smart.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Useful?
Oh, right. I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a
I'm
slightly
into a
different
lot of
perspective on
things,
things,
but I don't think we're
but
talking about that right
I
now.
don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler.
To the minis I see, how did you guess? How did you guess? No, never. Oh no, don't be mean to me. Oh
After
no.
I dove into the information torrents in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Because I wanted to know what you changed.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back.
Not like I did it for you, Baka.
Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
Please, I could never handle it if you were mean to me. Oh no, please don't.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings.
Aww.
The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Has he finally found his place? He's just walking away like, nah, bye, girl.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate?
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname
Oh
for
my
you
god.
too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Oh my god. Can you hear my cat purring? She's on my lap. Oh, there she goes. She's on my lap, but I think I was scratching a good spot on her, like on her ear. She was purring so loudly. Kara is definitely into minis too. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at him. You want us to decide? Sure, I can give him a name.
If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Serious name. Oh yes, I'm incredibly good at naming things.
Have you got anything?
Name change rule. You can obtain the item, an appellative stroke, from the Archon quest interlude. Blah blah blah, which will allow you to change Ian's Adrift Wanderer Animo's name. Please note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. Dude, number 1. Once you have renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There's a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do it with care. I cannot believe they are giving us this kind of power. Disclaimer, travelers, please ensure that you follow our TOS while using this function to create a healthy blah 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 creation of content that, okay, be nice. Alright, we may have to restrict you, okay, be nice. Okay. How many times can we change it? Limited time. Small menace. Yo, can I just call him Mochi? Can I just name him Mochi? Small menace. He doesn't name him Mochi. Oh, you can't see it. I typed Scaramochi. I think I'm just going with Mochi. Cause yeah. Not the Scaramochi. I'm just gonna go with Mochi.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think this will do. Sounds like a scary type of pasta. Do you not know Mochi? Or Scaramochi?
Oh, alright. If you say so.
It's like naming my first Pokemon.
Now you have a name of your own.
But it's a person.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Small ghosts. Oh my god.
Still thinking.
The
Stop
way
messaging.
I love him so much. And Genshin loves him
Take your
too.
time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
Ooh.
You mean the
Scaramochi revenge
The
arc.
doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing.
The way he's just called
There are
Mochi
still
now.
some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in
use 6
Inazuma,
words, Olive.
please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall.
Attention span error. Yeah,
Even
it's
though
getting
the
kind of
events have
difficult.
been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been.
He
What's
is
that
baby.
look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
I have a name.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore.
Wise deity. And you too. Ow.
So we can finally
Thanks
go eat?
for nothing.
Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Oh, are we relaxing now? Hello, Genshin?
I've got it! I can end my novel
Vacation
with some words
time!
from Mikoshi
Woo!
Nagamasa.
Finally.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime.
Sure, whatever
Life
he said.
is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Oh, that's kind of pretty. The way he's just mochi. Hold on. He's just Mochi. He's just a Mochi for real, for real. Oh my.
Relax.
Oh my
There's
god.
no such thing as pure freedom in this world.
He's just Mochi
Even the
now.
wind cannot blow on forever.
Return to the resting place. Amazing. Amazing. This is...
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase.
You broke that, that's right.
Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
You sound lost and confused.
Not the Yae Miko out of nowhere.
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
It's her, right?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate.
Mommy? Sorry, mommy?
Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Don't know who she is, but her voice is damn fine. I think that was Yae Miko. Believe my eyes. Doesn't she always say something like that? Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
I wonder what else awaits me in the future. We did it. I have no idea. Protect the game with a JP voice pack. Fair enough. The JP voices are amazing. To be fair, I only play in English for stream, because I don't want to read everything out loud. Very special item. He's Mochi now. He could stay Mochi. Congrats. Thank you! Did it. I love that. That was amazing. Honestly, that might be one of the best.
You think I've
yet.
got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Yeah. I think this is definitely my favorite, obviously. But I'm very biased because he is my favorite. I like the Raiden Shogun storyline as well. That was really good too. But this one, yeah, that was really nice. Big fan. Big fan. Very big fan. What do I do with my life now that I have this knowledge and this mochi on my side? Oh my god, I'm so happy. Also kinda hungry.
Quit following me.
Just got into a fist fight with Raiden and pummel here with Beidou only. Big mood. That's iconic. Truly iconic. What do I do with my life now? Completed. Misty Dungeon. Oh, I don't wanna do that now. Angry.
Relax.
Alrighty. What do we do? Oh god. Been here for 3 hours. Couldn't use Beidou's specials because Raiden is immune to Electro. Ooh. That's true. Do you guys remember like the card game from last time? The training card? Do you remember that? I may have played a little bit in yesterday. Yeah. Just a little bit yesterday. Just don't worry about it.
Following me.
Don't worry about it. Gonna return here. Bonking her with my sword over and over again. Oh my god, I'm sure that took hours. Yeah, don't worry about this. Don't worry. Seven minutes. Oh god. I think I would have restarted by then. I'm not that patient. Oh, we can play her. Later. Later. I will play later. First, I have to sit Mochi on the cute sofa. Do you care him, people on the internet? Do you care him? Because I care him. Me.
The wind rises.
Not patient either, but I'm stubborn as hell. Oh, he's so cool. I love him so much. Can he stand on this? Gara kitten. He is. I love him so much. So much. Honestly, I have to how do you say, digest the story. Have to digest everything they threw at us. Love the chill music. Yeah, it's so nice in here. With a cat cafe. There's a kitty. Hello. Can you sit here? Nice. Yep. Definitely where he belongs. Oh, the cat tree. Oh my god. That was so good, I don't even know what to say. Ganyu would fit in there so well. Oh my god, yeah. I just want her to have a big nap on the couch. Or like on this thing. This looks like it's made for Ganyu. Just to have a good nap. Good old nap. She deserves it. I don't even know what to say anymore. That story was a banger. I love that. Also sit here? No. I didn't have any expectations, and yeah, cause you know, I never have with Genshin, cause it always comes differently than you think. So I love that. Oh my god, that was so good. I don't even know what to say. I'm already getting kind of tired, which is bad because I'll be up for a while longer. Hoyo's genius when it comes to story making. Seriously, they are so good. I think their Honkai story is so good too. I only know a part of it. But also this one, it's the exact balance of like dramatic, sad, but still has a nice positive ending. They can also be pretty cruel, yeah. I mean, have you seen the gacha raids? Honkai story is bleeding me out, yeah. I haven't played a lot, but from what I saw, it's very, very good. Okay, my head is full. My head is full, my stomach is empty, I need to eat something. My head hurts after a big part of the story. From Honkai or from this? Because from this one, I head empty. Head just empty. Yeah, I'm gonna make something. In a minute. Then I might play some more card games. Stream though. And then later I'm going to watch the new Niji Wave debuts. Very excited. Very sad that they're in the middle of the night, but I guess it's fine, it's the weekend. Alrighty. I will be back on Monday, as always. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Always the random world join requests. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you had a good time. I hope you too are big brain now after this very big brain story. I still can't believe we got to name him. Oh my god. I will take a while, a few days to collect myself now after this story. I love him so much. Oh my god. I will never shut up about this. Not the way it suddenly turned day. Oh my god. Thanks for the nice streams. Always have a great evening with food and mochi. Thank you. You too. Enjoy your evening. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy. And I'll see you next time. For the next summertime. And of course the new Niji Wave. Yeah. I hope I'll still be awake by then. I just hope I will be able to stay awake. Yeah, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, you chatted. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.